Ladies and gentlemen, I am Jim the Fuzzy, and welcome back to Sid Meier's Civilization 5. Now you may ask why I'm still sitting on the end of the loading screen. There's a reason for that. In the last episode of Civilization 6, I talked about how the map was small, and now I'm going to demonstrate something that happened in Civilization 5. As you zoom out, early on, and today it's decided not to do it. Well, that's fun. What often happens, and I don't know why it's not happening now, is that map tiles will be grayed out until they load in. You'll see that start happening later on. It annoyingly still happens. Even with some of the later patches. This game did come out in 2010, but at the same time, right now, let me get a check here from Task Manager. This thing is using about 1.2 gigabytes of memory. On 32-bit systems, which still exist in 2010, quite a few of them, you could take up to 3 gigabytes of memory on a program, and once 64-bit came around, which 64-bit systems were starting to come around in 2010, once that happened, you had a lot more options in memory. You weren't stuck with one. It wouldn't start with one. It wouldn't start with a 32-bit limit, which was 4 gigabytes. And we're still losing lots of money. Why are we losing lots of money? We are losing money because where are our expenses? Buildings. 5 in Rio, Sao Paulo, roads and railroads. Cost 4, that's right. We're building lots of roads. And at 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Roads cost 1 gold per tile. They do give you a good deal of cash once they're connected to another city, and the commerce tech tree gives you, well, this one, a specific upgrade, or policy, I should say, wagon trains, so one of the bottom tier ones, gives you 2 gold, plus 2 gold from all your land trade routes, and cuts the cost of roads and railroads in half. So, kinda nice. Now, where were we? This worker cannot do anything this turn. Fine. Can't construct a pasture because there's no city. And you can move here now. And okay, warrior, I will have wait again. This worker, I will have wait again. The scout, you can see Delhi just fine. It's over here. Hill way over there. This is my plains fighting swordsman. This warrior is the drill one, and it has heals at double rank. Okay. And so do you. It's been a couple of days. Sorry about that. You're improved because I have horses. Alright. Once this connection is done, you're going to be done in 2 turns. You're going to be done in 4. Then you can start working right here. And I should have done the road up here. Just one tile. Yeah, I could have done it one tile away from where I did it, and then that would be closer to this city. So I'd have less cost. Oh. One thing I do like about Civilization 6 is that they allowed you to deselect units. If you've got a unit selected and you left-click anywhere on the map, it deselects the unit. Now, why you can't do that in Civilization 5, even after all their patches, which they were patching the game through to late 2015 into 2016. I don't know. I don't know why you can't. Monaco, we need more we need to improve our relationship with, which means... Right. Technology. Great musician. And they want us to construct a road to them. That may improve our trade route value. I don't know. It's been too long since I played. Someone founded a religion, and Gandhi's entered the medieval era. Are we in the medieval era? I cannot remember. We are not, which means Gandhi is ahead of us in terms of tech. However, we're getting there. Let's go over to this hill. That's a whole lot of territory explored. Put our swordsman here. I'm just gonna keep moving the swordsman back and forth between these two hills if I don't need them. And now we can found a city. This may not be the optimal spot to found a city, but it's going to work, at least to some extent. This warrior can, let's see, does Vancouver still needs barbarians killed. I want to upgrade him. There we go. He's now upgraded, but he's out of moves. That's fine. Worker can construct a pasture to help Salvador grow. Salvador needs production. What do we want to build in Salvador? Now, this is interesting. Salvador does not have any culture production whatsoever because our pantheon has not yet spread to it. I would like... I think I'd like a shrine. That'll do well. More faith is never bad. And show the queue. After that, let's see. Mayans founded a religion. And yeah, Gandhi and... What belief did they take? Religion. The Mayans founded... Mayans founded Islam. Okay, then. They took World Church. So, bonus culture. And religious center. Okay. They want a bit of happiness and they want more culture. That's fine. You know, Sao Paulo is exerting its pressure, as expected. There isn't really the same level of pop-up as you had in Civilization 6 with the Mayans reformed their religion. They also, and someone got Judaism. This is going to be Judaism plus 2 productions. They got guruship and papal primacy. Who founded that? I don't know. I don't actually know who founded half these religions. And sacred... Oh. Mayans took sacred sites, which is bonus tourism if you are... Oh. Okay. I don't think I need to go out onto the end of the peninsula. Yes, it would show me more things out there, but there's no major reason for it. And I want you to build a road to there. And that'll be fine. You can move there. You, I want you to move here. I'm trying to get the altitude acclimation bonus. Alright, I guess we need to start working on piety a little more. But we now have more science. See, Paul's about to grow and give us more there. Alright, that doesn't look bad. Public declaration from Maya, checking Buenos Aires, and Gandhi has built the Hanging Gardens. And Sao Paulo's grown. We'll scout here, and then to here. You can move there. I think the trigger for altitude acclimation is that you've spent a certain amount of turns in elevated terrain. Whatever elevated terrain is defined as. Got this archer out, looking for whatever he might find. Alright. Buenos Aires once Biblos bullied. Alright. We could come over here to north of the mountains. But this archer's coming up that way, so... doesn't even matter. Come out here. Plenty found. Ah, hello there, hand axe. Well, I think it's time to send our archer back. Buenos Aires wants, yeah, they're irrational. They want Biblos bullied. And Biblos is... who's pledging to protect it? I don't know how to find that out offhand. Yeah, notice Budapest is getting less angry. They're at -1 right now. So in 6 turns, they'll have completely forgotten about the fact that we just walked through their territory. Alright then. Maybe I should send my scout... No, I'll leave my art... No, I've got to use my scout to see this city. I should move my archer to that hill. And Sofia wants... Everybody wants Biblos bullied. Rio de Janeiro, what do we want to build here? I think... Looking at the area around Rio de Janeiro, it won't be hard to get the city to be relatively large. What that means is that by getting relatively large, we will be able to support more specialists, and in this case, the Writers Guild. So, in that case, start building the Writers Guild. I don't think that has a upkeep cost. Yep, it has maintenance of 1. Putting us even further in the... wait, no, you're not supposed to... You stop that. What do I want to do with you? I don't have anything to build. So, can I build lumber camps? Did I unlock that yet? Yes, I did. So what I want you to do... No. Stop building a road and move over here. We can build a lumber camp. Move back. The guy's now on planes, but it shouldn't really matter. This archer, I'm going to move him to right here. And you can move here, and now here. This worker, done with his mine. Here. Across the river. Right. I was wondering why he didn't get his full movement there. Everybody wants Biblos bullied. What does Sofia give me? They are militaristic, which means they would send me military units. I don't really need military units. Buenos Aires is cultured and would give me some culture. Can I even demand tribute from them? No. They don't fear my military. Now, mind you, they should, but they don't. Also notice that by founding Salvador, we lost 4, well, not 4. We also go Sao Paulo, so we lost 3 happiness. 1 from the population, and several from the city itself. 19 total unhappiness. Ouch. Getting the thought of youth would be really nice. Vancouver is maritime, which means extra food. Alright. No, we're not going to wind up. Hong Kong longs for culture. And Jerusalem calls for faith. Barbarian encampment discovered. Way up there. City connection established. Alright. Now, that city connection is giving us 5.4 gold. Which is 1.1 per citizen. Which means that if the population of the city is smaller than the number of tiles away it is, there is no point to building the city connection. Now what do we want to build here? We could build a temple. Get a little more faith. Might not be bad, but we are starting to run a deficit on culture. A deficit on gold. And keeping running a deficit isn't good in the long run. Colosseum would not be bad. And with 5 citizens, it's to the point where a library would be useful. Actually, all this would be useful. Wheat, bananas, and deer. Well, you only have one source of bananas. This is 3 food for 1 gold. Not necessarily bad, mind you, but... Monument would be bonus culture. We need to get the legalism for that. Much gold up? No gold output here. Of course. Let's go for the temple. And after that, the Colosseum. The reason I'm going for the temple is... Let's see. Not there. Okay. Hong Kong wants culture. Well, that's good. Whoever can generate the most culture will make Hong Kong the happiest, which... And then they will give us... possibly some luxuries. I'm not sure if that'll be enough. Jerusalem, whoever generates the most faith will get more faith. And you know, I'm not necessarily opposed to that idea. Salvador is definitely need more religious pressure. It's way up there. Alright. Let's kill off this barbarian swordsman. Or not, sorry, not swordsman. Hand axe. And that makes Vancouver happier. Plus 12 influence. Awesome. And this archer... Alright, we've got a mercantile city-state here, who is allied with India. Well, that's interesting. Move to this hill. Alright, that's... I think their borders are full in here. But going from this hill is easy enough to check. And you can build a farm here. I don't have the technology to build the trading post yet. You... The first thing that happens with roads is that they reduce your movement cost. If you build railroads, they reduce your movement cost to 0. Why did Rio de Janeiro get that wheat? That's not even within its borders. And it's not even within the borders of Salvador. I don't know. So now this can move faster. I'll use it to move up here, where Sao Paulo has grown its borders. Well, stop that, little Pathfinder person. And that is the end of the turn. Malacca, definitely friend. India is protecting Malacca. Okay. And we killed the barbarian. I don't know if they'll get upset about me being in their territory. Singapore is mercantile, which means luxuries. They want a great scientist, they want wine, and they want me to destroy that barbarian encampment. Vancouver wants me to defeat barbarian units and connect wine. Alright. Well, we'll have to find out how I do it that next episode. Thank you very much for watching. I've been Jim of the Fuzzy. Hope to see you again next time.